Hello everyone, welcome to the Power Query Basic. In this video, I'm going to show you how to keep the columns you need or how to go to a specific column in your table in Power Query Editor. First, look at how many columns we have in this table. Right here, we can see that we have 18 columns and 30 rows in our dataset. To delete a column, we may simply select the column first and then right-click, click Remove. Or we can go to the Home tab, remove columns, and remove a column. Or we can do it at the most direct way. Select the column and press Delete. As simple as that. When it is done, we see a step here called Remove Columns. Take a look in the formula bar. The formula here is table.remove columns, and we can see that the column that we have deleted is called wire. In case I want to delete more, I just select the columns, and I can select multiple columns by holding the Control key. Say I want to delete these 3 columns, and then delete. It will be added to the step of remove columns. When we look at the formula bar, we can see that, we have 3 more columns being deleted. The state, the sold, and the cost. And you can see that we can indeed input the column headers if you note exactly the header names of the column you want to delete. For example, phone. Oops, let's click the tick here. Done, it is done. As simple as that. Okay, let's try the other way. The other way is remove other columns. What does it mean? Say for example, I want to keep only the item, the quantity, and the total, first name and last name. Say I want to keep 5 columns only. I may right click, remove other columns, or go to the Home tab, remove columns, remove other columns. They are the same. Let's do it. See, in this case, I have created a step called remove other columns. And in the formula bar, we can see that the function is called table.selectColumns, with all the columns that I want to keep listed here as a list. So let me show you something. Say, for example, I want the quantity and the total columns to be the end. We may do this by rearrange, right? Like this, right? We can rearrange it. However, actually we can skip this reorder column step by carefully selecting the columns in the order we want. Let me show you how. Say, for example, I want the same 5 columns. Item first, followed by first named, last named, quantity, and total. See that I am selecting the columns in a particular order. Now I right click, remove other columns. There we go. I have kept only the 5 columns in the order that I selected them. Easy, right? So now let's take a look at another way to selecting the columns. Because when we are dealing with really a big table with many columns, it could be difficult to search for the columns by scrolling to the right all the way, or right. So there is another better way. It is located under the Home tab, choose columns, and choose columns. In here, we will see all the columns presented in the table, and then we can just check the columns that we want. This is much more easier. Okay, and here the order is in the lateral order. We may also set the order to be by named. Then it is sorted in the alphabetical order by named. But I prefer to keep it in the natural order because that is the natural way in your dataset. So now let's say I want to keep only the 5 columns that I check here. Okay, there we go. If you want to change your mind, just go back to the step here, double click the gear here, and then you can add one more, or you can deselect any, or we can even search for a particular column that we want. Say, for example, state. Okay, I want to also include state. Using the search function here is very handy. There we go. How about I don't want to keep the columns. I just want to go to a particular column and make some changes on that column, say filter, define the data type, wherever. Okay, let me remove this step so that we have 18 columns again. I want to go to a specific column. I go to the Home tab, choose columns. Now I go to the go to column here. Note as this is singular, this is not plural. So we can only go to one column at a time by using this go to column. We can select if we are dealing with not too many columns, we can select directly from here. Or we may search. Say for example, I want to go to city. Then there we go. Go to. It takes you directly to that column called city. This is super handy. I hope you like this video. See you next time.